Flylady Diane here. Hello, hello. Set the timer and we're going for 10 minutes and we're going to be working on papers. So, and first of all, just make sure, as always, that you are dressed to indoor shoes. We don't want flip-flops or bare feet because the shoes are just going to make us keep going with the job. And there we are. I'm just showing it in my little cleaning caddy that I have. It's just a little plastic box from IKEA. I keep some plastic bags for recycling and for the trash so that when I'm doing my weekly home blessing, I've got the bags ready. And as I said, we're just focusing for 10 minutes on paper. Now, if you're watching this, you can see first of all, I'm looking through my little pamper basket. You may have seen that in one of the other videos. When I sit down and take a break for 10 or 15 minutes, I take out my little pamper basket and, I put things in there that I want to read. So that's where I'm going to first. I'm looking at any newspapers that are in there that are maybe old or magazines. And remember, you will have papers all around your house. It doesn't matter where they come from. Just do what you can in 10 minutes. And believe me, after a couple of weeks of doing this, you'll really see the paper clutter beginning to leave your house. And that's such a great feeling. Now, I can see here, I've got another little area where I keep library books and magazines. And I can see I've got a library book. And that is going back to the library. So I'm going to pull that out. And I'm just looking through a few papers that I need to hold on to. So they're going into my basket. And remember, we're just working for 10 minutes on any kind of paper clutter that you have lying around the house. So, and I found something else here. What's that? I found something. Yes. Excuse me. It's bookmarks. I'm always looking for bookmarks because they tend to get lost in our books. All we're doing is we're taking any kind of, newspapers. If you've had newspapers sitting there for 2 weeks, you got to face it, you're probably not going to read them and all the news is old. So just get them out of there. Maybe you have magazines piling up, just keep the latest ones and try and let go of some of the old ones. You maybe have catalogues that have come in. I'm off somewhere else. I'm going into our dining room to see if I can find anything there, and also in the kitchen. And remember, listen, we've only been going for 3 minutes, so you've got plenty of time left. We've got 7 minutes left to try and get as many papers, junk mail, catalogues, magazines, children's drawings that they don't want to keep. Let's just concentrate for 10 minutes and get them out of there. Anyway, as I said, I've got some plastic bags, so that way when I'm sitting going through the papers, I'm not having to pick them up again. They're all ready to go in the bag, and then I shall take them out to the recycling bin or for shredding. I can see I found some more things from the kitchen and from the dining room, from my husband's desk. There we go. So most of those things can go out. Some things I need to keep. And remember, we're not, decluttering the whole house here. We're just finding any piles of papers that you've got lying around. Just quickly go through them. Is it something that you need to keep? Does it need to go into your office in a bag? And do you need to put it, is it a bill that needs to be paid? Then, put it where you keep all your office things. And I think I have just disappeared. I disappeared into our garden room, our conservatory, because we always keep quite a few newspapers in there for when we change the bottom of the lovebirds cage. But, sometimes I tend to keep too many newspapers, so we only need to keep a few newspapers in there. Right, and I think, let me see, we've got 5.5 minutes left. And I have disappeared again, so I think I am upstairs looking in, probably beside my bed, and then I shall take a look in the kids' rooms, but actually they do their own papers. If you've got small children, you might need to help them to go through their papers. try and sit down, 10 minutes when you're doing your weekly home blessing, go through those drawings. Probably, if you can say to the kids, hey, if they've got a huge stack of papers, ask them to keep 5. Give them the stack of papers and say, you know what, choose the best 5 drawings, and then you can get rid of the other ones. And I don't want to say get rid of them, but you can either give them to family, the old drawings, or you can recycle them. Or if they've only drawn on one side of the paper, put them with the drawing paper and they can draw on the other side. Yeah, because my kids, when they were small, they would tend to throw things away, but we like to reuse our paper. We like to recycle as much as possible. Now, how are you doing? We've still got 4 minutes left. And remember, anything that you have, do you have junk mail there? Are you really going to read it? If you're not going to read it, then get it out right now. There we go. Yeah, we've still got 4 minutes left. And listen, if you have finished going through, the papers in your house, you haven't found any more in the bathroom, in the guest bedroom, in the office, then sit down, put your feet up, take a glass of water or finish off your cup of coffee and give yourself a pat on the back. Oh, look, I found some more, and I can see I found a magazine that I had beside my bed that can now go out, and I also had some brochures in our guest bedroom. We have a lot of guests that come from other countries, so in our guest bedroom I keep some catalogues and brochures about what you can do in Copenhagen, and I could see that those ones were actually out of date, so those can go. And I have gone outside. There are 3 minutes left on the clock. I have gone off outside, if you're wondering where I am now. I've gone off outside to our recycling bin. We've got a recycling bin just outside in our garden, and I'm checking the timer. Yet we still have 3 minutes left. So remember, if you're finished, then sit down. I'm just putting away my little cleaning caddy. And remember, it's a good idea to put some old trash bags, recycling bags in your cleaning caddy. That way you have them right there with you when you're doing your weekly home blessing. Now, as I always say, you can do this weekly home blessing all in one go. You can just follow this whole playlist and we can work along together. Or you can spread it out over the week, and would say the day that you're taking out, the day that we're tossing magazines, tossing papers, tossing catalogues, tossing paper clutter, that is on Thursday. But it's up to you. You do it on whichever day suits you. Yeah, I'm just coming back here to check the time. Yay! I am done. So I think I'm going to take a little break. Yep. I think I'm just going to sit down with a glass of water and celebrate what I've done. And remember, if you're finished, give yourself a big pat on the back. And if you're still going with paper clutter, don't worry, there's time left. We've got 1.5 minutes. There we are. Oh, and one other thing, if you have the Flylady Plus app on your iPhone or on the iPad, then go ahead, you can look under routines and you'll see weekly home blessing, and you can cross off that you have tossed papers and magazines. We've got 1 minute left. Oh, I'm saying give yourself a pat on the back. I'm giving myself a pat on the back. And you're going to feel so good when all these papers and junk mail is getting out your house. Yeah. And remember, next time that you have junk mail coming in, have a look. Is it something that you can unsubscribe from? Because, we tend to get all these offers and magazines and flyers from the grocery store. If you're not using them, unsubscribe. Okay, it only takes a minute and it will stop that clutter coming into your house to begin with. Okay, we're into the final stretch. We have around 20 seconds to go. Go you, keep going. We're almost there. Yay! Okay, and now we are down to about 10 seconds. Get those bags of recycling or shredding ready to go. Get them out the door or into your car. There we go. 10 minutes. Well done. And we will be on to the next task. See you soon.